The apocalypse turned out to be far different than anything I'd read in my books or imagined in my head. For one thing, I always figured I would travel alone and find my way to a remote fortress, far from desperate men, and stocked with everything needed to survive. To be fair, many of the books I read focused on these out-of-the-way bunkers, making it sound like they were the only way to make it through the destruction. I didn't count on being an integral part of a community of survivors, right smack in the middle of suburbia. I didn't count on having friends and allies who shared the same vision of survival, some of whom were willing to give their lives to ensure our way of life continued on. Another aspect of the apocalypse I didn't see coming was that I wanted to defend our street. I wanted to stay where I was, and I was now as attached to our neighborhood as if it was a fellow survivor. The homes deserved to be defended. They were the only thing separating modern civilization from living in mud huts out in the Florida swamp. But maybe the biggest surprise of the apocalypse was the exhaustion. I'd spent most of my life in blue-collar jobs, starting with being a mechanic, then a truck driver, then a garage manager. Off the job, I helped buddies build decks, remodel their homes, and of course work on their personal vehicles. While most of those were labor-intensive, even sitting in a truck for what seemed like endless days at a time, they didn't come close to the amount of effort I'd expended over the weeks since the EMP touched off the end of the world. And now, I was waking up in another bed, in a room I didn't recognize, feeling like I'd been run over by Red's Mack truck. Every ounce of my being said to shut my eyes and get more sleep, but I tossed off the light cover and swung my feet over the edge of the bed.